Hello fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Friday the 9th of April 2021. I see the Guardian has a story today about 7 days, or 7 nights I should say, of trouble in Belfast. Sounds troubling, but the cause is not exactly clear. I'm not sure if this is anything to do with sectarianism or not. Looks like the trouble is in loyalist areas, but one thing you could say is that the EU was clearly an imperfect organization. I mean, you know, it's definitely unwieldy and has had and has a lot of faults, but at least it did manage to keep the peace in Northern Ireland, since people of the persuasion of wanting to remain British could manage to say that they were still British, and yet the Catholic segment in Northern Ireland could, you know, be under the EU umbrella. And of course the free trade and lack of border across between north and south of Ireland was welcomed by everybody, I guess. So now that Brexit has happened, unfortunately the potential is there for a return to some worse future. So we wish the people of Northern Ireland well, whatever their faith and political aspirations. Right, today's Guardian Sudoku puzzle is listed as hard, but we will welcome beginners, because you never know, it might not be so hard, and I might have a little, you may have already seen a sticker up saying that it's easy. I mean, I have no idea before I start these puzzles, but I usually try to indicate in the title whether a puzzle is easy or not, and so you've seen more than me, dear viewer. Right, so how do we play Sudoku? Well, we have 9 columns down the page, or up the page if you prefer, it doesn't really matter, and they each have 9 squares, and so you have to fit the numbers 1 to 9 in each. Of course there are 9, so that means 1 number each. You're not allowed to repeat any numbers or anything like that. The same applies to the rows across the page, and the same applies to each of these segments, boxes if you prefer. You can see this one already has a lot of numbers in, and this only has 1 number in, so there's a lot more work to do down here. We find the numbers usually from a process of elimination, but we don't guess. So for example, we can see that there's a 9 in this column already, meaning it can't appear again. 9 in this column already, meaning that's never going to appear again. And there's a 9 in this row also, meaning there can be no 9 in this row either. So we have blocking up here, and blocking across here. And in this segment here, which needs a 9, there is only one space where we can put a 9 where it doesn't intersect with any other 9. So that's what we do, fill it in. Down here there's a 9 across this top row. It's nice and easy here. Look, we only have 3 numbers to get in this box here. We see an intersecting 9 across, blocking those 2 squares. And so we can fill in a 9 here, like that. Okay. Next up I see a 1 in this row, blocking this row here. No more 1s available in these 3 squares here. This 1 blocks these 3 squares. This 1 down this column here blocks that square there, which we're interested in. So there's only that square which is not blocked by either this number, or this number. So let's pop it in. In this column we don't yet have a 6, right? But there is a 6 here blocking that square, so it's not going to be in there. We have a 6 blocking this square, so it's not going to be there. So now we're down to these 2 squares here, and we see an intersecting 6 here, right, blocking there. So in this column 6 has to fit there. because nowhere else is allowed. Let's take that 6 that we just filled in, bring it across this column, row here, sorry, and 6 across this row, and 6 in this column here, leaving just that 1 square to fill in a 6. We're going quite quickly here. That might mean we're going to get stuck later on. No idea. But if it's a hard, if it's, you know, sometimes the Guardian is rather less than, I wouldn't say less than honest about their levels. I don't say that because less than fair, maybe, about their grading system. Anyway, we shall see later. But generally, you know, by today's Friday, right? By Friday, we're tending to get into the harder stuff. So I'm expecting something a bit more difficult later. Right, there is, we don't yet have a 7 in this row here, but we have an intersecting 7 here, and this 7 clearly blocks these 2 squares, so no 7 can appear here, no 7 can appear here, so 7's got to be there. Okay. So we've had a bit of a fast start. We probably need to start looking around more carefully now. So let's get this number here. I've just realized I can get this number here because I must be able to find out what these two are, and then there's only one left here, right? So that's clearly the next number to find. So what is missing from here? It's 3 and 4, right? We have 1, 2, we don't have 3 or 4. We can't tell which way to go now, but we know that they're in these 2 squares. So 1, we don't have 2. We have 3 or 4 here, 5, 6, 7, so we have the others. So that's a 2. That is a loud motorbike. Excuse the noise. Now that we have this 2, it blocks this square, and we have a 2 in this row blocking this central row here. So in this segment here, this 2 blocks here, that 2 blocks those 3 squares. One place left to enter a 2. Okay. Just looking around. Well, not seeing too many other any others that I can fill in immediately. Let me just hold on for a second. Let's zoom around. Ah, found one. Okay, so in fact we can put a 5 in here, alright, because we have this 5 blocks these 2 squares. 5 can't appear again in this segment here, remember, and this 5 blocks this square here, so that has to be a 5 now. Now that we've done that, this 9 blocks these 2 squares in this column, and we have an intersecting 9 along the bottom row here, so blocked and blocked, leaving a 9 in that square there. Now that we've done that, 9 up here, 9 down there, that's our 9 in this row, actually in this column I should say, and one number left in this column is 2. And so that one's complete now, that column is complete. 3 and 8 are the missing numbers. We can't tell which is which yet. But we can now fill in this 2 in this position here because 2 blocks along the bottom here. So that's a 2. Missing here are 3 and 4, are the same as here, 3 and 4. Right, 3 and 4, 3, 4. So that means these have to be 3 and 4 as well, don't they? Right? 3 and 4 along here, 3 and 4 along here. We don't have 3 or 4 in here, and there are 2 squares missing, so they have to be 3 and 4. This 3 blocks here, so that's the 3, and that's the 4. That was nice and easy. And now that we've done that, 3 up in this column, 3 up in this column gives us just that square there for a 3. Right, we don't yet have an 8 down here, but 8's got to be here, hasn't it? If you think about this, first of all, this 8 blocks this square here, but up here we haven't filled in 8 yet, but we know that it's going to block these 3 squares here, meaning that 8 has to appear either here or here. These 3 squares are already filled in, so 8's got to be here or here, either one of those locations, and when it does fit there, that will block down here. So both of these squares are blocked for 8, so 8's got to come there. I believe there are 2 numbers missing here now, so 1, 2, 3, we don't have 4 and we don't have 5. 4 and 5 are missing here. Does that help us? No, can't tell which is which just yet, but we know that it's 4 and 5, and this will have to be 1 and 7. Is that useful? 1 and 7, is that going to do anything for us? No. Over here, 1 and 7. No, not really going to do anything useful for us, so we know what they are, but we'll just leave them for the moment. I think actually I'm going to have to start filling in some candidates. Yeah, I think we'll have to fill in some candidates now. We've done our most of our hard work here, so let's just fill in the 3 and 4 that we know goes in these squares here. So we don't technically need them, but it will just make it quicker to fill in the numbers at the end. And these numbers are 5 and 7 missing here. Okay, now where to look? There are a lot here. What's missing here? 4 and 5, I believe we said. So that's 4 and 5 as a pair here, and this is 1 and 7 along here now. Let's take that 7. Okay, so 7 blocks along here. This 7 blocks these squares, so 7 is a pair in those spaces there. The 1 here, so we have 1 blocking along here, 1 blocking along here, gives us a pair of 1 candidates there. The 2, oh, 2 we can fill in now, sorry. 2 actually blocks along this column here, 2 blocks here and 2 blocks here, so 2 is there. Here or here, so 5 is blocking down here, and this 5 blocks along there, so pair here is 5. Okay, right, let's go up here. 5 blocking here, 5 blocking here, and 5 across, so 5 will be a pair in those squares there. The 2 blocks up here, 2 blocks here, and 2 blocks this square, so we have a pair of 2s there. This 2 blocks here and this 2 blocks here, so that's a pair of 2 candidates there. Oh, these numbers are 3 and 8. Okay. Right. 7. So 7 in this column here, and 7 in this row, and 7 in this row gives us 2 spaces where we can fill in the pencil marks for 7. Number 9, we've got digit 9 already in one place. I didn't notice. I should have realized this, but we have 9 in 8 of the boxes. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only this box that doesn't have a 9. So if you see that you have 8 numbers, or if you remember to check that you have 8 numbers, you must be able to get the position of the last one always. So there's a 9 up here blocking here, 9 blocking here, 9 blocking here, and a 9 blocking here. So it's got to go there. That's something to look for. If you have, 8 numbers in a column or a row, you can always get the last number. If you have 8 numbers in 8 boxes, you can always get the last one as well. Okay, what was I doing? These were probably unnecessary, but anyway, 6 down, blocking down here now, and 6 across here. Let's just put a 6 in this square here. Maybe you've been able to do this without candidates. It's probably not essential, but for me it just makes them a bit easier and quicker. There's a 6 across here, 6 across here, and 6 blocking here. So 2 spaces for 6 here, 6 blocking here, 6 blocking here, and 2 spaces for 6 here, like this. Now we have 2, 7, and 6, which are all pairs, but we don't have a 2, 7, or a 6 in the same 2 squares. So at the moment we can't tell. Just later on, when we find one of these, the whole box will fall quite quickly, but at the moment we don't have any naked pairs, which you can often find by filling in candidates like that. So don't jump too soon. I guess that's something we can take away from that. Okay, what else? Okay, but we do have an 8 across here now, right? And actually that might give us much of the puzzle now. So we have this 8 blocking these 2 squares now, so 8 has to appear in in one of these 2 squares. Now I will fill in the candidate and show you that this is different from this. Okay, because now we have 5 and 8 and 5 and 8 in 2 cells. Here we don't. 2 and 2, 7 and 7, 6 and 6. So we don't have 2 candidates in 2 squares, but here we do. We have 5 and 8 and 5 and 8 in the same 2 squares. That means candidate 7 now can't stand, because this has to be either 5 or 8. And so we've now placed number 7, and we've also eliminated candidate 8 up here. That's now a 3, and so that has to be an 8. There's only one number missing here now as well. 1, 2, 3, it's a 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, so this is a 4. And when we do that, we can come down and see the 4 here can't stand, can it? So that's a 3, that's a 4. Okay, that's why I put those digits in, just to make it easier to see the numbers very quickly. No need to kind of remember again. So 3 blocking across here, 3 blocking across here, and 3 in those 2 squares there. What's the missing number here? It's 3, is it? 1, 2, yeah, we don't have a 3. Okay, good. That's nice and easy now then. So, okay, so we have 3 and 3 in this box, meaning the 3 cannot go here or here. And we have 3 or 3 in this box, meaning the 3 is band from here. You could actually see it by looking along. 3 blocks here, 3 blocks here. Sorry, there's 3 blocks here. There's 3 blocks here. So guess what? There's only one square left where we can put a 3 now. So that's got to be a 3. And that's got to be a 4. Okay. Right. Now I notice that this 8, okay, I'm going to look at this row here, and I notice that this 8 blocks this square here. Okay, and we already have an 8 in this box here, so there can't be an 8 here, of course. So 8 blocks here. That means that that has to be an 8 now. And that has to be a 5. So now from our 4 and 5 here, that's a 4 and that's our 5. Okay. 4 across here, 4 across here. So now we can see that that's our 4. Or you could just count through 1, 2, 3, and that has to be 4. We've got 1 and 7 in those 2 squares. The 4 that we just filled in, we can take up this column, this 4 up this column, 4 across the top here. And so 4 goes there. And we can, I think, is that 8 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we've got 8 4s already, so we must be able to find the last one. Okay, you can see this one blocks along here, this one blocks here. This one stops the 4 from going there, and so that's the final 4 to fill in. Okay, what's left? Well, okay, what numbers are missing here? 7 and 8 are missing in this row. We've got 6, 7 and 8. 6 we have placed in 2 possible places already. 7 is blocked in this square, so it's got to go either here or here. And 8 is blocking this square, so 8 will be here or here. Okay, focusing up here now. Okay, there's 5 blocks these 2 squares here, so these 2 have to be available for 5. 1 we don't know yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How about 8? Okay, 8. Yes, 8 we can find now. Okay, 8 blocks this column here, and there's an 8 blocking here, so 8 fits here. So we can place this 8 now. So okay, along here there's 8 blocking in this column, 8 blocking this row, 8 blocking this row. So this is 8. We are overwriting a 5, so that's 5. We're overwriting a 3, so that's our 3 going in there. We have a 3 or 1 pair here now, so this is 3, and that's our 1. This 1 blocks this column, this 1 blocks this square, so that's our 1. We're overwriting a 6, so that's our 6 now. And guess what? 7 and 2 are the last numbers. 2 blocks here, so that's our 2. The missing number from here is indeed a 5, and the last number here is 1. So here we had 1 or 7, that's a 1, that's our 7. Down here 5 or 7, that's the 7, that's the 5. Just over here now, this 8 blocks the 8 here, so that's got to be a 6. That's the 7, and that's the 8, and that's our so-called hard level puzzle. Really, I think that the candidates were probably unnecessary. I'm not sure that I really needed to write them in. If I'd thought a little harder or looked a little more carefully before filling in candidates, I'm sure I could have done it without. And so I'm going to say that's really an easy level puzzle. I don't even think it comes to the level of medium. Probably not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed doing the puzzle, and please subscribe to the channel. And tomorrow is supposedly our expert day, so come back again for hopefully more of a challenge tomorrow. Last week's expert was pretty tough, or last week's observer on the Sunday was tough. So let's hope that this week we've got more of a challenge again. Thank you very much. Bye bye.